Hello, and welcome to this 1 year Let's Play video vlog, or whatever you'd call it, update thingy. Yeah, I think vlog is probably right. So I've been making Let's Play videos for a year now, back on the 4th of January, and well, I just finished up the Dragonborn DLC for Skyrim on PlayStation 3, which is still going to be my main Let's Play series until I get more spare time, which isn't really going to happen anytime soon. But I wanted to talk a bit about some of the things that have happened to the channel and, well, to me, because, well, I'm the one on this channel, so anything that happens to me is probably pretty important towards the channel. I'm not so much going to be talking about me per se, but I am going to be talking about the things that I do and the amount of time that I have and the time that I need and so on. First off, so I made... let's be honest, a pretty bad Skyrim comparison video for the PlayStation 4, which is, in hindsight, could have easily been fixed. The simple reason was that I was lazy, and it would have been a little more editing were I to cut the PlayStation 4 video to fit the PlayStation 3 video, which was without any going into the options, checking for mods and all of that stuff. All of things which I didn't even have to edit had I just sort of done it after I'd finished the recording itself. But I didn't, and well, I've learned from that. And I've learned that when it comes to editing, cutting corners isn't a good idea, basically. But yeah. So as you've seen, in a long while it have only been Skyrim videos going up for PlayStation 3, and there have been a few other videos and a few other series even, and I'm going to talk a bit about those for a bit. So, first off, the first series that I started besides Skyrim was The Elder Scrolls Online for the PlayStation 4. Now, I don't think that I'll be doing a lot of videos in that. So that series is pretty much over with. The reason for that being that I started this channel wanting to showcase the Qa'Rajh lore and the Qa'Rajh beings throughout different Elder Scrolls games, and seeing as far as I'm aware, the only part of Elsewhere is Kinathi's Roost, still to this day. There's not much for me to show, and well, since I'm not the big MMORPG kind of guy, I haven't actually really been playing it a lot. I'm a bit further on my PC playthrough, but I still haven't gotten around to learn how to record from PC. But I am looking into that also in regards to learning how to use OBS, Open Broadcast Server software, because I could potentially stream something with that. Now, I'm also in two minds about streaming, because on the one hand, I think streaming is pretty cool, and it's a way of interacting with a community and a fan base that I would like to try, if not for the sake of improving my skills as a video maker and video editor. But part of the reason why I'm against streaming, well, not against it per se, I just have second thoughts about it, is that I live in a place where I'd have to be up at ridiculous hours for the stream to have the most potential viewers, which is, as taken from my demographic on the people who watch my Let's Plays, mostly North American people. So that would be 6 to 9 hours difference from me here in Denmark. And with the amount of work that I have right now, I work 37 hours a day. No, not in weekends, but every weekday, every other weekday I do that. As I've mentioned, in a physically tough and daring work, then I wouldn't simply have the energy to stay up at like 3 a.m. to stream. So that's also part of why I'm not really going into that, but I would love to be able to, and I'm definitely going to as soon as I have some more spare time to learn how to use OBS. All right, so that's the Elder Scrolls Online series. Now I've also started a TES4, the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion playthrough. And for the sake of eventually completing the story, which I have never actually done. I still intend to do that, though it may be some time out in the future. I can't exactly say when, but it's not at my current state of mind and with how much time I have. It's too much for me to handle to have multiple series like that going at the same time, also with the switching around of the controls, as I mentioned in several of the videos where I have just recorded a mods video and have to switch around to the control scheme. Even though there isn't much different from the PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation 4 version of Skyrim, there still is some, and that is even more apparent with the controls for the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. So on all that switching around takes a lot of prep time, and the fact that I've chosen a different approach to Oblivion compared to Skyrim, both in time and in terms of editing. So with using a different setup for audio recording mostly. But I haven't put the idea of making an Oblivion playthrough out. I've just put it on hold for a time that I do not currently know when will come, so to say. I don't know when I will continue my playthrough of Oblivion, but when I do, I will definitely record it so that I can make a series of that. It's not a problem to make it. It's just I don't have the time with my schedule right now. Alright, so that's all the Elder Scrolls series for now. I've also started Child of Light Let's Play. Now the problem with that is that I've made 6 videos so far. And on those 6 videos, 3 have been flagged for a content strike by those who make the soundtrack to it. And while I could potentially avoid that by cutting off all the music in Child of Light, I would argue, as I have to both Ubisoft and to the company that sort of manages the tracks for the composer, is that the music is such a big part of Child of Light that cutting it out would not be something that I would agree to. So I've decided, because of the rate of the content strikes, had I only got one content strike, I would just be like, oh well, that's one, who cares, let's move on. But since it's 50% of the videos that I've made, then I have to go in and either say, you know what, I'm not claiming this video as my own, or I'd have to cut out the sound. I tried both things and I wasn't happy with either, so I've decided to stop that Let's Play, which I'm really sad about, because it's a really great game. But if you want to see a full Let's Play of that, and a really great one at that, I would suggest Jesse Cox playthrough. And it's just, you've seen a little bit of the game with me, but I think he gives off a more immersive feel to it, so to speak. And he also goes in the final episode speaking about the game in general, which I've done a bit off and on, so to say. But yeah, you should definitely check that out if you like Child of Light. See, do I have any other series? No. Oh yeah, I do have some Minecraft for PlayStation 4. Again, I would love to be able to record from PC, but with my current equipment, I don't think it's a good idea. I technically could, but that's a different story. I would love to show some modded series, or maybe just some relaxed building or something like that, from the PC version of Minecraft, because it's like this much better than the console version. But the console version is doable because it's easy to record, it's easy to set up, and I may do some videos on that if I feel like it. Like if I have a especially creative idea on something I wanted to show, or wanted to talk about, and yeah, there might be a couple of videos down the line there. The modded Monday mods in Skyrim for the PlayStation 4 in the remastered version is not a series per se, as in it's not something that is meant to be like every second Monday, every Monday, or anything like that. It's merely just that I happened to upload the first one on a Monday, so it was like, hey, Monday mods, that's an alliteration. It's a good start. And then I was like, well, why not make that into sort of not a series, but more the concept for this style of playing, so that the mods videos would go up on a Monday, because that's the name of the series, so to say. The idea behind that is not that I was going to make a whole lot of videos, but more that I wanted to showcase some of the mods that are out there right now, and to show what the community does, also even also on the PlayStation 4 version, as much flag as it have gotten. So yeah, there may be some more videos down there. I would like if someone suggested mods, even for the computer, because then I could look into to see if those mods are on the PlayStation version, and then hopefully showcase them and say something funny about them or something like that. So that's the idea of that. All right, so in the future, I'm still going to be doing Skyrim. Now, I haven't been planning on doing the Dawnguard DLC, at least not on PlayStation 3. I think what I want to do is I want to make that a separate Let's Play from the PlayStation 4, and then have it running at some point where I take a break from Skyrim on PlayStation 3 and go pretty much all in with the Dawn Guard on PlayStation 4. That's the idea up in my head right now, at least. But the coming videos, I should have a Skyrim video out tomorrow, as I have a short day at work. The coming videos will be in Skyrim, and I think I'll talk more about the planning and the pace and the overall idea to the Skyrim playthrough in those videos when they come out, so to say. So what's left? Well, it's been a great year. If you stick to only talking about the channel, and that's what I will do, because that's what this video is about. I've learned a lot in terms of making videos, in terms of editing videos, in terms of branding videos, in terms of promoting them, and it's definitely something that I could see myself doing. Well, who knows, but definitely something that I could see myself doing in the future. So I probably will, because I can. I also plan, and this is more of a loose thought than an actual plan and such, to bring in a couple of friends and maybe have them play, and then just have me provide backup commentary to them playing. Hopefully that's something that could make a pretty fun game out of, or a fun series out of. I don't know, but and I have a couple of friends in mind that possibly would be up for the task. I think it's just a matter of finding those people and asking them really if they have time, and then getting that together and such. I have another series, No Man's Sky. I wouldn't say I'm exactly thrilled about No Man's Sky. It's definitely gone a bit downhill from when I started playing, which I was like super excited about, because I had no expectations to the game, so I was prepared to be surprised. And I think No Man's Sky, to me, even with the new updates, that's basically a creative mode and a survival mode that's supposed to be harder than regular, is that its pacing and the difference in the planet is simply too small or too slow. You fly around, and I'm not just talking about what the game looked like, because the game looks amazing and it plays well. There's no issues with the gameplay. It works. It responds to when you do stuff. The controls are easy. It's not that, but it's just that it gets tedious, and that's never a good sign for a major game. So I'm not going to finish. I'm nowhere near finishing it. I've got 11% of the trophies, which is like 6 trophies or something like that. So I'm nowhere near. I think I've just left the first solar system, the first planetary system, so to say. So it's not something that I'm going to finish anytime soon. I might pop in without recording it and just play for fun, because I like doing that. I also like just bumbling around in games for fun, and but that's not really worth for a recording. So for those of you who have been following, and all in all, that's not a lot, but there are a few who have been sticking with me for, well, pretty much the entire year. And well, to those of you, I can just say thank you. And here's to hoping for, let's start with another year. Take it from there, shall we? So until next time, in whatever game that may be. Take care and have a nice year.